All right. Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's John, small town bookseller, coming to you from the small town bookseller's office. I'm at work. Oh yeah, making videos on company time. Actually, my daughter has band practice at the high school, which is right across the street, from 7 till 9 tonight. So I'm here. I'm the only one in the building, actually. And I thought about popping into the superintendent's office and making the video from there, but I just couldn't pull myself to doing it. But it would have been funny. Anyhow, so I'm going to tell you about some books that I sold. That's what I do. I buy books, get them as cheap as I can, sell them on eBay for as much as I can, and that's all I do. So I don't do the garage sale videos, I don't do yard sale videos, I don't do the GoPros, the good old bins, looking at my hands, marching over a sprawl of bodies and a litter of discarded food, which included the leg of lamb, now gnawed to the bone, a great many torn open cellophane bags and cardboard boxes, and a scattering of discarded fruits and vegetables. No, nothing at all like that. Just, although I love those videos. But I'm going to just tell you what I sold and just a little bit about it. So obviously I'm a little bit out of my element here, so I hope I don't screw anything up too bad. So we're going to go through it. So I've got my books written down here. And yeah. So this will cover January 21st through the end of January. So January 31st, January 21st through the 31st. And I didn't even add up the sales. I'm sorry. It's all books. We'll count them along as we go. How about that? So we're just gonna start right into it. There's not as many, so things have been kind of slow starting in January, and they're continuing to be kind of slow for me now. But things are still selling. So got a couple interesting things to talk about, and so I'll do that. So we'll start off. So first book. Well, before I do that, then for anyone who's also new, I haven't mentioned it in a while, I get my books from mostly the Goodwill bins, and the Houston Goodwill bins have them for $3 so most of my books are 33 cents. If I don't get them there, there are a couple other Goodwills and other thrift stores in the area that sell for, $1 or so for books. I also will occasionally get estate sales, garage sales, but really very rarely do I do those. I just don't have a lot around here, I guess. I don't know. And then there's a Amazon return store here. It's in Lake Jackson. Some of you know what I'm talking about. That sells books 3 for the price of the day. So Saturdays are $9, so $3 a piece. Thursdays are $1 day, so they're 3 for $1 on Thursday. So that's pretty much what I do. And then when I flip them, I'll put them up on eBay. I don't do any Amazon at this point. And that's it. So let's go. Here's what's sold between January 21st and January 31st of this year. All right, number one. This is a paperback. They Shoot Horses, Don't They? This sold for $10. This is actually one of my aunt's collection that I've been selling for here and there. And vintage paperbacks can sell, especially ones that have, this is apparently a movie, and so if it has a movie tie-in, they're more likely to sell. So, but that was a good little $10 sale from a paperback, vintage paperback. The next one is one of the genres that always sell, and that's religion. So we have a Spanish version of a Watchtower Bible, sold for $12. And then moving on to another very good genre, and that's anything related to trauma, trauma therapy, counseling, emotional wellness, things like that. This was 101 trauma-informed interactions, and that sold for $12. This next one was one of my oldest books that I had on my shelf. Like, I've had this one for a couple years, and I've dropped the price, and it finally sold. So this was Lima, de ayer y hoy, sold for $12. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't pick that one up again. It was just a beautiful book, and I thought it was nice, so I got it, and it ended up selling. Finally, after a couple of years, All right, the next one. Here's this is interesting. Hope in the Soil, a compilation of the writings of Ellen G. White on farming. Sometimes when you got your death pile there and you're flipping around things to sell or which ones you're not going to list, and believe me, the compilation of the writings of Ellen G. White on farming, I flipped by many, many times, and finally I was like, all right, grab that one and I'll go ahead and list it. Things sold like within probably a week for $12. So you just never know. I guess that's kind of what I'm trying to say. You never know. I thought that the compilation of the writings of Ellen G. White on farming sounded terrible. And I'm wondering who on earth would buy that, but somebody did. And so you just never know. So list everything. It's not going to sell if it doesn't list. And now I know that if I see that book again, I could probably pick it up and sell it again. Next one, study guides, always a good ones. This is the Accuplacer study guide, sold for $15. I'm just like rife with great genres today. Freemasonry, heck yeah! The History of Freemasonry, sold for $15. This next one, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. It's the Rukia Handbook, something about wellness or something like that. $15 on that one as well. Then we had the Deepwater Petroleum Exploration Production Non-Technical Guide. It's non-technical. It's really basically a love story. But that's sold for $17. And then we had the Foo Fighters Coloring Book, sold for $20 as well. I like the Foo Fighters. Moving along, another one that I had never heard of before and didn't know if it would sell or not, and it sure enough did. Serial Magazine, Volume 10, sold for $20. Had a wonderful expose on Captain Crunch. Highly recommend. I really don't know anything about the magazine. It sold pretty quickly. And it was not about cereal, though, I can tell you that. So, again, just don't know. I don't know everything. So, found out that Ellen G. White sells and cereal magazines. Who knew? Not this guy. All right, moving on. The Guide to the Most Common Medicine Workups and Diseases. Sold for $24. What's that terrible disease you got there? Oh, this? No, it's just a workup. I don't know what that means, but I'd rather have a workup than a disease, I think. Maybe I wouldn't. I should have read the book first. Anyhow, moving on, we had the Appeals in Modern Rhetoric, sold for $25. And the following is another great genre with medical books, but nurse practitioner study guides, nurse practitioner study cards. This was Nurse Practitioner's Business Practice and Legal Guide, sold for $25. So anything related to nurse practitioners is a very good genre as well. Then we had the Property and Casualty Insurance License Exam Study Guide. Another study guide, sold for $25. This one I loved. I was really happy about this. This was a Japanese hairstyle catalog from 2010, and it sold for $25. So me, sitting here in Texas, sold a Japanese hair catalog to someone in Israel. Love it. It's just awesome. So cool. Moving on, we have The Mystery of Life's Origins. I spelled that wrong. Reassessing Current Theories. $27.95. Mysteries of Life's Origin. An obvious genre, one that you would definitely want to pick up anything that sounded that cool. And here's just another one that follows with the same pattern of, I don't know everything, obviously, but Crazy Making the Words and Lyrics of Justin Furstenfeld. Who? Justin Furstenfeld? $30 for that. I was surprised. Very surprised. Language learning books, books like if you're trying to learn another language, often sell pretty well for me. This was from Seoul National University. It's a Korean language learning set, and it sold for $35. Down to our last two. This next one is art. Art books sell often when it's one artist. Here's another artist that maybe I'm just dumb. I hadn't even thought about it that way, but I wrote out this by going, Yeah, I know Ellen G. White and all that stuff you're talking about. How about Paula Mendersohn-Becker? Not familiar with that artist, but a book about Paula Mendersohn-Becker sold for $35. And then the last one was a tragic tale. It was a nice tale, and then it turned tragic quickly thereafter. I don't have a picture of this because it got zeroed after the sale, but it was The Essentials of Family Therapy, and it sold for $75. I picked up 4 or 5 of these at the bin drop, the Amazon return store, and I'd sold 2 of them. So I get it, you know, I made $150 off of about a $5 investment. But after the second one sold, got zeroed, got it taken down. And I did learn today that from watching another video that there are certain publishers that could be more likely to get zeroed. I was watching the used book guy, and he had a YouTuber called Joji Davenport on his channel, and they were talking about this. I think that's where I heard it today. And the publisher's Pearson, and that was one of them that often can be zeroed. So apparently Pearson books, and he mentioned a couple others, might have been Houghton Mifflin or McGraw-Hill, I think was one that he mentioned, that can often be counterfeited, and so therefore they get taken down a lot. So I probably might avoid picking up any more Pearson books, especially if I see them at the Amazon return store. If I see something maybe in Goodwill bins, although the guy, this Joji Davenport, I think he's mentioned this, that even if you buy it from someone else or Goodwill bins, you can't prove that it's legit. The only way you could prove that it's an actual, not counterfeit, is if you have a sale of receipt that you bought it from Pearson. So obviously wouldn't have that. So it might be something just best to avoid. But I was disappointed because I sold 2 of them at $75 each. So it looked good. They're wrapped in plastic, you know, but I guess that's something that I have learned. So Pearson is probably a publisher that I'll steer clear of as far as reselling. So pass that along to y'all. All right, so how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 books. I'll put the average up maybe in the title because I don't want to sit here and add them all up, and I don't want to stop the video because I don't want to edit. So that was it. So that was 21 books. So a little more than a book a day, about 2 books a day. It's not bad. And so that was it. So I hope that hope you don't mind the locale. And I will catch you next. Hope you're selling the heck out of a bunch of stuff. And I feel like I'm forgetting to do lots of things. This is a little bit shorter video, not as many books. But hey, what you gonna do? So hope to see you sooner rather than later. Adios.